Hi, it's me. It's Paul Carpenter. That's who I am, by the way. If you don't know, you've never been here before. I get it. It's okay. This is number 82 of 365, and it is called it's called 82 of 365. Holding your light. And I start in 5. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that wherever you are is doing good for you. Yay. My friends, my countrymen, my friends, my friends, my Romans, my friends, my people, my countrymen. Lend me your ears. I don't know, I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good mood for a bunch of different reasons. But today's message is called Holding Your Light. Yeah. And it's all based on the idea that you are perfect just the way you are. Yes, we have problems. Yes, we have issues. Yes, we have trauma and trials and tribulations and third-party parties in our life that on some level are trying to come in. You know what I mean? And there many times, I said this the other day, where I said your friends will push you into mediocrity. They don't do it on purpose. They do it out of misplaced, guided love. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know if I have messages here or if people are trying to say anything. I don't know. Oh, I see here. Wait, hold on. I've got a, Betty Jo Jax wants to, I'm approving her. Let's see if she comes in here. No answer from live video guest. That didn't work. Well, we'll try it again in a minute. Maybe it'll come back. I'm trying to see the comments. I don't know if there are any comments going on right now. Nope, there they are. Okay, good. So, the idea of this holding on to your light. A lot of people are like, wait a second, Paul. First of all, I don't know what you're talking about with your light. Okay? So I've tried to explain this before, but I truly believe, there you go. I see you, Betty Jo. I truly believe that there is this idea of connection to your inner self. Let's call that the light, okay? And this inner self of yours has been damaged. All of us have gone through this. Every single one of us go through this. It was a very Freudian conceptual idea about falling in love with your mother or falling in love with your father, and your mother or your father will do something to you, not on purpose, that hurts you. Ding, not on purpose. Ding. And because of that pain, you then fall out of love with your mother or your father. And this then creates a cycle that as you get older, you fall in love with someone who is like your mother or your father because you are trying to heal the trauma from your childhood that was created accidentally by your mother or father. Whoa. Right? Okay. Now, I truly believe that each one of us, is like a radio, okay? And what comes out of our mouth is our tuning to the vibration of whatever it is that we want to be on the scale of us, if that makes sense. So, there could be a classical you. There could be an NPR version of you, the public radio, like nerdy version of you. There could be the rock and roll version of you, There could be the rapper version of you. There could be like the hippie version of you. Dude. And so each one of these is you tuning into a version of your inner self. But your true inner self isn't any of those things. Holy crap. Right? And nothing that somebody else points in you and says that you are is actually what you are, even though that is their perception of you. Why? Because they themselves are their own tuning fork radio that is looking at it based on the perception of the radio dial that they're on. Oh my God. Let alone the manufacturer of the radio. I.e., if my father was a blacksmith, I'm a blacksmith. Huh? So I am not angry at my forefathers for not knowing. Boom. I am not angry. I wrote this and this popped up. It's so funny, bro. So many things popped up in my history of things that I said on this day. And jokingly on this day 2 years ago, I said, one day you're single and then all of a sudden you get married. And that post, I remember it a couple of years ago. People were like, oh my God, you got married? Oh my God, what's going on? Oh my God, it's freaky out. And I'm like, no, guys, I was just kidding. I was just making a joke and nobody got it. But it's funny because 2 years later, I'm in this very spiritualistic thing that's very heavy relationship that has this amazing top end, low end, yet there's been hard qualification to find the median, that beautiful place of goodness and righteousness and granted, there's life's ups and downs, right? But if you have a good partner, I believe, I'm not saying that this is right. I've never had long-term relationships. I've only read books on this crap. But I truly believe that even though there's ups and downs in life, right? And your partner may separate from you for a minute. And I don't mean like they leave you and have sex with other people. I mean like they just need space. And they're like, yo, dude, I love you and whatever, but I need to go over that away to just have a moment because all of this is also too much for me, and please allow me to have my man cave. You know what I mean? Cute. I don't know if you've noticed, but in the back, she's no longer a blonde. She's now a brown hair girl. I didn't have brown hair, so I just used red. But it was my attempt to appease a long-standing thing that created some upsetness. And it was always, oh, you want to be with the blonde. And so trying to be a good partner, I painted her hair red and put a little bow on the top of her head because that's what my partner was wearing to express that. There was another thing that I expressed that I thought was really beautiful, which was I said to her at one point that I didn't think her job was special. And she interpreted that as though I was saying she wasn't special. And there was this moment when, and I've tried to do this a couple times, I said, if we're going to separate, and I'm okay with that, and you need your space, or you need to leave me in your life, then, then all I want to do is end this correctly. Give me a nice hug. Give me one good last kiss. And let us, as good people, and talk to each other. And if you need a confidant, I'm here. If you need someone, no matter what I've done, like when we got we really, it was really not cool in the end, which was I don't know if I've told the story altogether yet, but there's been a lot of moments and things that have gone on in the last couple of days, and I ended up speaking again with my ex-partner, and that was because the person that she was staying with got in touch with me, and it was all manipulation, by the way. At least from all I'm gathering at this point, it's all been manipulation on the end of this other girl to get my ex-partner to leave. I mean, just absolute insanity has been going on lately. And then out of nowhere, I get invited to a friend of mine's event, a little house party, like maybe 4 or 5 people there, nothing crazy. A little barbecue, some gumbo, chill out. And I walk in, and it's like, there is this, and I'm not trying to put out names or anything, but there's this person there, and I was like, well, I guess we're supposed to talk, now that we're here and we're in a place where we're not like out in the world at some bar or whatever. We're in a safe space, because I love these people, and we're in a safe space where you're not going to feel as though you're being attacked, like I did with no names, my ex-partner, as if you don't know, but more so in the sense that the way that it was done was not cool, right? And I've apologized for this, but the apology really doesn't mean shit in my opinion, because it's such a fucked up event. But what had happened was that I had deleted everybody on Facebook. I had blocked everybody. Bye, Betty. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm sorry that I never jumped on, and we never jumped on. We're going to do the peanut butter and jelly show. I promise. I deleted everybody, blocked everybody. And then, because the universe has been really weird lately with me, out of nowhere, I see a meme on Facebook, a meme of all things, and it says, blocking people in your life doesn't allow you to grow. And I was like, oh, God, you're so right. Whatever's in front of you in life, instead of just blocking it and go, I don't want to talk about it. Instead of doing that, open up to it and say, listen, let's be adults here. Let's try and have a real conversation here. Let's figure out what's actually happening. Do I have fault here? 100%. Did I get angry? 100%. Did I say some absolutely asinine shit? Fuck yeah, I did. But on the other side of things, have I not been an amazing partner? Have I not been attentive and loving and attempting to grow something really beautiful? And the answer to that across the board is yes, 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 yes. And so you don't lose something that's that beautiful without checking on the commitment. And if you made a commitment to someone, if you spoke words and you shared a bond with somebody and you made commitment with that person, then your words mean something. And as a partner, dual-fold conversation here. One, you should stand by your partner no matter what happens to them. Whether they get burnt 80% of their body or they have some kind of something that's stopping them from being able to really truly be your partner. Whatever that is. And the second thing, which goes into the thing about being your partner, is this. If you have a partner, and if you want to be a real partner in life, real dirty commitment partner, and your partner comes to you and says, I want to do something that's outside of partnership, i.e. outside of whatever. I want to go be with somebody else, or I need my space. I need 2-3 months away from you. I need whatever away from you. If you're a real partner, if you're somebody who truly cares about the other being, then one, you're going to do everything you can in your power to give to that person, to share with that person, and to love that person in a way that would hopefully appease the wanting to leave. If you've tried to do that and they still want to go, then your second thing you should be doing is walking with them in their path, which means you stay next to them, you give to them, you love to them unconditionally, like you would your own child, because that's truly loving them. Because maybe there's something that's stopping them from loving you. And they want to love you. They want to be with you. And they do care about you. And they are good people, but they have had things happen to them in their life that has hurt them. And so that damage that other people have done to them have hurt them. And then they don't know how to discern what is real, what is not real, what is a thought in their mind, and what is not a thought in their mind. I do that. I'm sure you do that in a form of jealousy, in a form of, your partner doesn't contact you for an hour or 2 hours, and then all of a sudden you're like, they're sleeping with somebody else. They're on the phone with somebody else. They don't want to talk to me. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? And you're like freaking out. And then that right there is codependency 100%. That right there is you not standing in your center and standing in your connection to the ethereal, or even better, into the connection of yourself. Not the radio transmission that you're dialing into, but the crystal inside of the radio that truly is the real you, that you are trying to run away from and become the rapper, become the country star, become the whatever that you've dialed yourself into, because you don't realize that you don't need to say anything. It is the greatest people in the world that say nothing and speak mountain loads. Nelson Mandela in prison 20 years didn't speak nothing and walked away changing the apartheid movement. It is the difference between the guy who's popping bottles like, yeah, fucking, and the other guy who walks in who's like fucking suit, beautiful person, doesn't have to go crazy, still enjoys himself, still laughs, still has a good time, still goes to the club, still has friends around him enjoying the space and time, but doesn't need to fucking tell everybody that he's doing it. And so what this whole thing was holding your light. That was today's little message, right? So holding your light means being connected to source, means saying, I will not be pushed in any direction by anyone around me because I know myself so well. And even better than that, the universe will come to you in these moments of trials and tribulations and will bring other people into your life that will affirm the greatness of who you are, as long as you stand in the intention of love, sharing, giving, and growing. Compassion and empathy and retribution all receive retribution. Even the worst of the worst, even the most asinine, horrible human people in the world will receive retribution back in heaven. And if they are to receive retribution back in heaven, my dear friends, you best be giving them retribution here now. Because you do not want to hold on to that negativity. You do not need that negativity if you are connected to source. Because you can't allow it in your life. And if you're truly connected to source and you're like, yo, love and light, bro. Peace and love and light, bro. Then be that peace and love and light, but in real world settings. Bring that fifth dimension down to the third dimension. Bring it down so that you can go into the world unfazed by the craziness that's going on. Why? Because you're connected to source. You're connected to abundance. You're connected to being beautiful. You're connected to sharing and loving. And it's intention. Intention is the choice. If you stand in the intention of wanting to be good, whatever you say or do will offend someone along the way. I don't care who you are. I'm sure there were people for 20 years saying to Nelson Mandela, open your mouth, you son of a bitch. What the fuck is wrong with you? And he's like, because no matter what you do, you can't make everybody happy here. If you did, then this place would suck real bad, real quick. It's the beauty of having death and life here at the same time that makes it awesome. It's the beauty of, and a horrible situation, but it's the beauty of seeing a bird in a nest that doesn't live its life, that falls to the ground, that breaks its neck, that gives life to the ants, that gives life to the maggots, that gives life to the ground for flowers to grow from that place of death. It's not a fucking easy place. This is not an easy place, but you can make it easy. You can make it abundant. You can think abundantly. You can act abundantly even when you have nothing. You can still give of your thoughts. You can still give of your intention by flow. By speaking it into existence, by manifesting it, just like Elizabeth says. Because this is beauty here. You're living inside of beauty. Because listen, although death is amazing, and death is like the greatest place ever in this cocoon of the best awesome feeling of your life. But in that cocoon, there's no eating. There's definitely no sex, even though it feels like sex. There's no thinking. There's no kissing. There's no hugging. There's no loving. It's a moment of perfection that can't be explained, that can't be resolved, because it is resolved. It is perfect. And in that perfection, you don't need anything. And in that perfection, you don't want anything. And if you could somehow or another, which you can, connect to that perfection, then you're already in a place here now where you already have everything. Where you already are everything. And where you can give everything. Yeah. Fucking awesome. And with that, my friends, please go out into the world and do something nice for somebody else today. And if you can't do something nice for yourself, it does start with you. Number 2, don't get caught up in all the crazy, because that's what you'll end up with, is just being... And number 3, please like, share, subscribe. If you would not mind, please hit the like button, hit the share button, do all that good stuff. If you wouldn't mind, go to my Patreon. You could support me if you want to support me. You don't have to. But I would like it if you could. $1 a month, all the way up to $8,000 a month, because I'm cuckoo and I think that maybe there's going to be a rich person that sees this one day and goes, fuck it, this guy's kind of cool. And then number 3, if you don't like Facebook, because Zuck is the zuckiest of the Zucks, you can go and watch this on YouTube, because that makes it better. And that's youtube.com/Paul David Carpenter. By the way, you've reached the end of the video. Please allow me to give thanks for watching and sharing and loving and growing, compassion and empathy and retribution for all. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And with that, my friends, I want to say I love you. I send to all of you love, light, and blessings. I hope that you have an amazing day today. And with all of that, I love you all so very, very much. I will see you all on the other side.